The world is changing, whether you like it or not. And you have been given, this generation has been given the rare opportunity to get in on something that is going to revolutionize the world around us. And the time to get in is right now. That's why I feel the need to shift the content of this channel a bit, because I want to talk to you guys about crypto and NFTs and things to do with the metaverse, the future of this world, okay? Because I have recently taken the plunge, okay? And I have discovered some insane things that I feel like we need to get out there. The word needs to get out because the timing could not be more perfect. And I'm going to tell you exactly why. Now, guys, the reason it's so important to get in right now is because we're in a very significant period of time that I'm coining as the rejection period, okay? If you hear that anywhere else, I was the first, all right? Don't check the date on the videos. But listen, seriously, I feel like I've created that term. If it's already taken, my bad. But basically what the rejection period is for me is it's a period of time where there's a brand new concept. Not only is there a brand new concept that is overwhelming to a lot of people, but it's a time where there's a general knowledge of something new, okay? If you ask probably 95% of the population right now, they know something about crypto, they know something about NFTs, and something about the metaverse. And that something is probably that it's a thing. They don't really understand anything about it. A lot of people probably don't even understand how to acquire a crypto coin, which is the foundation for doing any of this. And because it's so new and so usually overwhelming because it's something that's about to change the face of the earth, a lot of people will turn their back on it and they will reject the idea. They'd rather reject the idea than have to deal with learning and educating themselves and potentially spending a little bit of money on something new. And the reason that is a lot of the time is because people have a lot of stresses in life. That is a reality. People are grinding 9 to 5. They're trying to feed their families. They're trying to pay their bills. And a lot of times people are dealing with health issues. It's totally understandable that when these things begin to pile up in life, that people become overstimulated. Their threshold is maxed out. And when you try to introduce something that is, this is not a small or even easy to understand concept. This is something that is very complex in nature and requires education, okay? It requires knowledge and it requires time, energy, and a lot of times financial input. It's understandable that people will naturally reject the idea of something new because they're still trying to deal with other things. The world is expanding at an insane rate, exponentially. But that's why it's important to try to sift out some of the filler, some of the things that aren't going to do anything, okay? And really try to focus on the reoccurring themes in life. And right now, the reoccurring themes are crypto, NFTs, and the metaverse. How are we going to get involved in that, okay? Now, again, 95% of the population right now is rejecting that idea, which is, to me, amazing. Okay, the reason it's amazing for me right now, that means that this isn't a small thing. It means that people have subconsciously realized that there's something significant happening and they're talking about it. Tons of different people are talking about it all over the world, okay? Even if talking about it is like, bro, that's not gonna happen, okay? It's not gonna happen. That was the internet. That was YouTube. That was Bitcoin, okay? And once that begins to happen and you can see it stirring in the world, you know that you have an opportunity to either accept it or reject it. Now, since it's spreading like a virus right now, usually that will take hold and it will begin to grow, okay? And it's not like a bad virus, okay? Well, I don't know if I don't think there's a good virus, but it's not something that's, I don't think a bad thing. It's just virus is the best, whatever. All right, stop judging me. But here's the thing, during the rejection period, since so many people are rejecting it, there is a perfect opportunity to get in on it because the market is not saturated, okay? Enough people know about it that they can form an opinion on it, but not enough people will actually take the plunge into it to where it's gonna be super saturated. Like a lot of markets are today that 5 years ago were not. And if you would have gotten in at that time, you'd be sitting nice, sitting pretty. Now, a couple years from now, it could be a window of 5 years, could be 10 years, could be even a couple years from now, there's going to be a period of acceptance where people can no longer ignore the facts. They can no longer turn their back on it because it's actually surrounding them on all sides. And once they begin to accept it, and embrace it, people are going to begin to join it. And that is where the markets become saturated. That's where it becomes hard to squeeze in, okay? So right now, guys, in the rejection period is when you want to join. It's when you want to educate and be ahead of the game, be ahead of the general population. Because even if right now you don't do anything with it, with NFTs or crypto or anything like that, at least be gaining the knowledge, at least be getting curious about it, okay? Allowing yourself, be open-minded, okay, to the change and start educating. Because for me, something that inspires me is I want to know as much as physically possible about something that I notice as very, very important and significant period of time in history, okay? And this is one of those times. So I'm trying to gain as much knowledge as physically possible so that even if I can't do as much as the multimillionaires out there, I will at least know more than the general population. So when that time comes that I can really enter that market, I'm gonna already be way ahead of the game, okay, guys? So that is why that's so important. Now, for me personally, I've had several opportunities in life where I've actually been a part of something right before it was about to explode, and because it inconvenienced me just enough, I gave up on those things. And if I would have been consistent and not complacent, I would probably not be wearing a sweater from the clearance section of Kohl's, okay? I'd be shopping at JCPenney's without a coupon. Wait, a couple examples of those things for me was YouTube. I had the opportunity. I started a YouTube channel back in about 2014, 2015, right before there was an explosion of content creators who began making a life and making a career out of this opportunity. It was really taken seriously in the last 5 years, and tons of people with millions of subscribers started about 7 or 8 years ago, okay? Back in around 2014, 2015. Okay, so if I would have started that and kept with it, which I did, but it was just inconvenient. I just didn't feel like learning how to do it properly. I didn't feel like going out and making videos. It was just inconvenient to drive to a location and sit there and talk to a camera. Every time somebody walked by, I was just acting like I was taking pictures of like caterpillars and aphids. And because of those little reasons, I gave up. It was just inconvenient enough. And another one of those things was Bitcoin. Back in college, I had a dorm mate. All he would do is talk about Bitcoin and creatine. Okay, I ignored Bitcoin, dove into creatine, got super watery gains, and was bloated for 3 years. But if I would have just gone through the process of being curious and trying to figure out what this reoccurring theme was in my life of Bitcoin, kept talking about it, kept going, okay, I would be living a little bit of a different life right now, and that's okay. I'm very blessed. But what I mean is, obviously, financial freedom is a great way to live. Now that there's a new opportunity here, I, for one, am not going to miss out on what's happening right now. Now, today I want to talk to you guys about NFTs because I have recently had a revelation with NFTs. Now, if you would ask me 2 weeks ago what an NFT was, I would have said the same thing you're probably thinking right now. Some kind of weird JPEG ape or acid armadillo that people are buying and selling for seemingly a ton of money, okay? And you're not totally wrong. All right, but I would also been like, bro, I don't care, okay? Leave me alone. Well, I wouldn't have said that because I'm just like generally friendly. After we embraced firmly and, nuzzled a little bit, I would have released you and been like, all right, friend, be on your way, all right? Because I can right click and save as. I might as well invest in snipping tool stock because if you use the snipping tool, you got the NFT right there. Why are people buying these for money? I'm gonna tell you why right now. There's a reason you're not gonna go to Hobby Lobby. Go to the poster section with one of those little plastic tubes with a rolled up Mona Lisa that you buy for $19.99 plus coupon and be super proud of it. It's because it's not the original. An NFT is a non-fungible token, which means it's the only one of its kind. There is literally only one that it is a unique digital asset that will forever be stored on the blockchain as long as the computers are around to support the blockchain. A lot of these NFTs have unique traits that diversify them and make them this even more unique character that you're proud of. There's actual rarity to these things, just like any other collectible item. But think about this, when you're playing video games, okay, and you buy in-game loot, the only time you're gonna be able to use that loot is actually in-game, okay? It's the only place that it's centralized, okay? So if you buy Fortnite skins, you use it in Fortnite. If you buy Rocket League decals, you use it in Rocket League. NFTs have an insanely practical, futuristic use that makes them incredibly valuable, okay? Now, some NFTs are just pictures. They truly are. They're just works of art, and you collect them just as you would any other piece of art. Okay, there is a massive market for people that just buy good art, or even art that people don't understand why it's good. Now, the other purpose, and this is where a lot of the value comes from NFTs, is that these things are going to actually be used in different decentralized game spaces. Okay. You can use these, you might be able to use your NFTs as an avatar one day. You might be able to walk around one day as your own hangry hippo, okay? And that's kind of sick. The implications of NFTs in the future and how they're gonna be integrated into these different types of games and into the metaverse, it is absolutely insane. And they're going to only become more valuable as we get closer to this new integration of life. I'm relatively new to the space, but when my wife and I minted our first NFT, I didn't really care that much still. Now, we bought it during it was a flipped NFT from some kind of pre-sale. So the person flipping it made a little bit of money, but the idea here is to hope that the project is really a genuine community, and they're going to try to build this project into something where the floor prices of NFTs go up. Now, you're not going to understand most of what I just said right there. That's totally fine, because I'm going to take you through all of it in subsequent videos. Okay, so when we minted our first NFT and the art was revealed to us, something changed. And this isn't going to be super convincing to you because you haven't experienced it, but whenever you collect something in life, if you collect anything, whether it be Fortnite skins, Rocket League decals, or cars in real life, or stamps, okay? Whenever you collect something, there becomes this somewhat of an attachment, some kind of an emotional bond with this thing, this material thing, which should never happen anyway, but it does happen, where people don't necessarily want to get rid of it. They don't want to part with it. And if they do, they are going to part with it for a price, okay? And now there's other people that want something because they've experienced it as well. They want something so badly that they're usually a lot of time willing to pay that price to get that thing, okay? Now, there are people that are out there just trying to make money, which that's one way to do it. And there's other people that genuinely enjoy collecting these NFTs, which they want to increase in value over time, like a Babe Ruth card, or, you know, Freddie Mercury's sweaty wife beater, okay, or something like that, okay? It just increases over time because it becomes more rare. The whole point of this video is to try to help you understand, okay, why these types of things are very important to gain knowledge on, okay? NFTs and crypto are the way of the future. Inside the metaverse. The metaverse is going to happen. It's an inevitable upcoming event that is going to change the flow, the natural flow of the world. Okay, it's going to change once again. The internet changed it decades ago, and it forever changed the world. And now it's headed toward another climactic moment where it's going to change again. So, guys, if you want to join me in this journey and work with me from the ground up, trying to learn this stuff and really form a community around what is inevitably going to be the future, please like and subscribe. Guys, check out my Twitter. I'm going to be posting information on there. Check out my Discord. That is incredibly important. If you want to start talking about this stuff, join my Discord, guys, okay? All the link to everything will be in the description below, guys. Please join these things. Join the community, guys, so that we can learn and grow together. And thank you guys for being here today. It's going to be an absolutely insane journey here, but I'm excited for the adventure, and I hope you guys are too. So, everybody will rise. Wait, got a little out of hand right there. You stay seated, please. Okay, I'm gonna get up, but you can stay seated. Okay, but yeah, take it easy, guys. Have a great day or night. God bless.